When I got separated from Miss Dessa, what happened to me is that I wanted her back. I wanted a reconciliation. So I wanted to make myself the way she wanted a Zahra to be. And I felt that she was teaching me things that Imam Ali alayhi salam would be very proud and happy with. So during the separation with Miss Dessa, I was going through this period of self-analysis, self-transformation, and learning to look at my mistakes and really say that I'm sorry, really feel repentant and reform myself. So there were all these lessons that I was learning, and the mistakes that I had made that I would rectify. So meanwhile, afterwards, there came some other problems also, some other issues, family issues, which were really difficult now, became very difficult for me to bear with. Firstly, I was dealing with and adjusting, trying to adjust to a life that had changed drastically for me now, without Miss Asteria Dessa. So in my life now, there was going to be no word as damn you, oh shit, shit yar, and yar. This was it now. It was more than saving my life to be ethical, moral, principalized, dignified, noble, like Miss Dessa wanted me to be. And there was no question, no tolerance, no acceptance for any bad word to take place, or any rude word to take place, or any rudeness and disrespectfulness. Or that, of course, I would not accept any harm done to others. That was in my nature. I was a very sensitive person, and to harm people and think bad about them and put them down was not my way in even childhood. To have feelings for the oppressed, to feel for the oppressed and stand up for justice was in my blood, because I was a follower of that religion. And this is what it is. I cannot apologize for it. My religion taught me justice, at the same time compassion. My parents taught me leniency and lovingness to no limit. My mother taught me to love someone very obsessively. And I don't think that's wrong. If you have chosen to love someone and give your life for that person, I don't think it's wrong. Even Jesus Christ alayhi salam says, to die for a friend is true love. Sorry, I'm not quoting him verbatim. There's a problem going online on the other phone. Okay, it's come. John 15 in verse 13. Jesus Christ tells us, greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. And during this and afterwards too, I feel that I've been misunderstood by a friend too in O-levels. And later on, later years, she blamed me for something, loving Miss Dessa and loving Mrs. Munira Gulzar for her status. And I don't know what it was for Miss Dessa that she blamed me for. Yes, that Miss Dessa had her work and I was a nuisance for her. So being misunderstood and at times feeling that no one understands me, and that people may be fed up of me or even hate me. So there is something which Jesus Christ has said. It's in John 15, verse 18. If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. And we are also told in history that Imam Ali alayhi salam was hated much and much misunderstood by the people. Now with this, I'm not trying to put myself in their place. I mean, like I'm Jesus Christ or Imam Ali alayhi salam, na'uzubillah, God forbid, for doing such a sin. But there are times when the person is heartbroken and people don't give that person a break. And there have been many, many years I was heartbroken, being separated from Miss Dissa, who was more than my life, for love is greater than life itself. And the beloved too then becomes greater than life itself. Life is too short for us to love one another. I feel that forever would not be enough, like Michael Bolton has sung that song. Forever isn't long enough to give you my love. And during all this heartbreaking thing, depression, I became a very contemplative person. And so there are certain things I've realized. I'm a very family-oriented person. So when I saw the principal and her sisters, I really felt that she was so lucky to have her sisters with her. And I felt this was a beautiful family. And and another thing was that I contemplated on becoming independent, but I didn't like that. I felt that in Islam, we should facilitate for other people. If we are true Muslims, we should work very hard and sincerely try for a better world. And we are all interdependent. You see, even my friends, I made them into family members, family friends. I'm not a friend-oriented person. I'm a very family-oriented person. I have been brought up in a house where my father, when he's with us, we have lunch together. So a family that has lunch together stays together, they say. This saying I found out on Facebook somewhere, on someone's page. So I'm not condemning a friendship person. I'm just saying what I am and what my life is and how I need to improve my life and what I was contemplating on. And so I don't like getting into other people's houses and judging them. And even if that person is my friend, I know my limit. Unless the person's friend, family members agree to involve me in the family thing, I don't get involved. I remain away from that. And yeah, you may see that apparently you are an independent working career person, but you are actually dependent on your career, the people you work with, your work environment, and things like your boss, the employers. That's your family, because most of the time, if you are a career person, then you are spending most of your life time with your work people. And I want to spend most of my life with my loved ones and not waste it. For me, because my loved ones are so important, I can't look at another and stand another person's face, a stranger, if I'm away from my loved one. So please don't get me wrong. I don't like to blame others. I think work is also, if you can do it, that's great. It's worship. But Imam Ali alayhi salam says, do consider the hereafter. Work like you are working for the hereafter, actually. And I'm the last person to challenge someone's weaknesses. I want to facilitate for people, not challenge their weaknesses. I just feel that that is so unethical, so inconsiderate to do.